My name is Sarah Lawson, and this poem is called A Stranger's Hands. It is winter, and my coat hides my curves, but does not keep them from unwanted comment, or the man on 8th Street who grabs me because he can. Remind my body it is not a shield. Remind his body it has always had access to anything he wants. And me, nose running, lipstick smudged all over my scarf, reminder that nothing I choose to wear is effective deterrent, never invitation, but his hands come anyway, grabs me while I'm walking down the street in broad daylight, happy to be listening to my current secret soundtrack, happy to be held by this small act of kindness to myself. But today, he needed to remind me how soft, how not in control, how cold the hands of a stranger feel on the body, sliced cleanly through everything that told me I could be guardless. Grabs me because he must know I am waiting to unleash this scream which scares even me when it falls out of my mouth. The unspoken prayer of all of my kin, those for whom it did not end at a grab. For the alley next to us, I imagine him pulling me into, for my own stupid mouth, which too often has shriveled, but today is levy, broken, and raging, grabs me. Because later my love will ask if he can hold me. Help me to reclaim the spot that man grabbed, and I will say yes, because I need this, because I'm still crying, and because it could have been so much worse. Grabs me because he knew I would turn around, afraid I had made the mistake. Find him fallen or hurt or needing help, knowing I will disguise my own rightful fear as a lie. I wrote this poem as a way to kind of process the actual incident that happened and kind of, I think a lot of writers feel this way, but just kind of to know how I feel about most things in my life, I have to write it down. And so after it happened, I had written it down and shared it with some friends, and it kind of stayed in the vault until the video from Access Hollywood from Trump's statement about groping women came out. And I was like, all of us have these stories, and I have this story. And I sort of haphazardly posted it on Facebook, and then it became really urgent for me. My favorite kind of moment in the poem is the very, very end, the last stanza, where I sort of reconsider everything that's happened before, because I think this is a common theme. Folks believe they have access to our bodies, but also they have access to our care and emotional labor. And in that moment, I really felt, oh crap, like I made a mistake, this guy needs me. I really convinced myself for at least a few seconds that I had overreacted and that this person needed me. And I think that just comes from sort of being socialized as a woman and being available for that kind of care to anyone. I hope this poem is a moment that people can recognize that, like Trump's comments, most women, most femmes have these stories of people thinking they have access to our bodies and access to our emotional labor. And by telling these stories and by naming these moments, hopefully to shame them out of that behavior.